from station to station. From city to city, from station to station, wherever we rock, we're shaking the nation. From city to city, in the capital lights, we sleep through the day and we party all night. station to station, wherever we rock the nation. From station to station, from city to city, from station to station, wherever we rock, we're shaking the nation. From city to city, in the capital light, we sleep through the day and we party all night. From city to city, from station to station, wherever we rock, we're shaking the nation. From city to city, in the capital light, we sleep through the day and we party all night.
now. Forget the past. Switzerland. This is what's gonna work.
Oh, please, mommy, don't kill me! Don't kill me!
They will kill
Please, they will! Not gonna do!
Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. You guys are probably wondering where the videos have been the past couple of days, and well, it appears that I've gotten the flu or some sort of bad virus. I'm not feeling too great. I had planned on not making a video today, however, there's just too many interesting things going on. I'm kind of loaded up on vitamin C right now, so I wanted to post this real fast, so bear with me. So the first story I want to talk about today, very intriguing. I don't know what to make of it, but if you haven't seen it, what is being called a burning impact crater has been discovered next to a highway in Mexico. So on January 17th, a burning and smoking crater was found next to the highway Torreon, between kilometers 165 and 164 in the state of Coahuila, which is in the northeast of Mexico. Now, as far as I can tell, there's different sources speculating about this, and you're seeing a piece of footage here that was uploaded by the YouTube channel Laguna Multimedia. But there's been a lot of speculation by people who are there and the media itself that a meteorite or just something from space smashed into the ground, leaving this burning crater which measures 8 meters in diameter and 8 meters deep, so 8 by 8. However, pieces of the supposed meteorite have not been found. And so there's basically this massive 8 by 8 hole, burning hole in the ground next to a highway. Now, there is no official confirmation on this event, okay? Information moves a little bit slower, especially when we don't have any sources in Mexico. We just have to take what the sources say, the media says. There's also been speculation that this crater is possibly related to all of the flashes and booms and mystery meteorites falling out of the sky lately, specifically the one that recently happened over Michigan, which many believe that wasn't a meteorite at all after those strange red beams of light started appearing in the sky after it happened. Some people believe this is a burning crater created by something that was fired during an incident, possibly a plasma beam coming down from space. Now, mind you, these are just theories. Some people have said that this is some sort of hole where they burn trash or tires and things of that nature, plastics. Now, again, we don't have any confirmation of that, and I've spoken with some people from Mexico, and while they say that sometimes you can find these holes, obviously, where people will burn trash, they do that here in America too, it's really strange that they would just pick a hole on the side of the road next to a highway in the middle of nowhere. And as you can see here, there are Mexican policemen, people checking out the scene. And so, yeah, it's very interesting. Whatever it turns out to be, it's very mysterious, and I'm wondering if this was simply just a hole where they were burning trash or something like that, why the authorities, why all of the people checking it out and making such a big deal out of it out in the middle of nowhere. So that kind of leads me to believe that there might be something else going on here, but you guys let me know. I'll post a link down below to the original video that you're seeing. It's in all Spanish, so interesting stuff. Anybody out there in that area, be sure to post a comment if you have any more info. So now in other news, if you guys remember, over the past couple of weeks, we've been speaking a lot about these mystery satellite launches. happening pretty much on a regular basis now, where we found that both SpaceX, along with another company called the United Launch Alliance, have in recent weeks launched up classified payloads into space. They will not tell us what they are. They won't tell us who's behind them. And it's all kind of correlated with these strange flashes of light and these so-called meteors streaking through the sky every other day. There's been a ton of speculation as to why almost every other day now they are launching these classified satellites. What is up in space, or what are they watching? What's the threat? And well, here we have yet another launch of an Epsilon 3 rocket with, again, a quote, observation satellite from this time Japan, which was launched in the early morning of January 18th from the Okinawa Space Center. And according to reports, the Japanese space agency has successfully launched this small rocket carrying a quote, Earth observation satellite developed by Japanese electronics firm NEC. Now, this observation, or otherwise known as a reconnaissance satellite, which is called ASNRO-2, is the Epsilon's very first payload that has been commissioned by the private sector. In other words, once again, we have another one of these satellites or payloads being put up there to observe something.
Come on, people, really?
We just launched
World,
two
really?
or three in the last 2 weeks. China launched one. Now we have Japan launching another. All reconnaissance satellites or classified, but we don't even know what type of satellites they are. They're all going up one by one. And again, I ask, why all of a sudden this urgency to launch these classified, highly secretive satellites up into space, one by one? Why is every country doing it? And again, Japan just sent out that fake missile alert that turned out to be false, and now they're putting up their own satellite. This coming once again in other news, while we're on the topic, of another mysterious meteor seen streaking through the sky just a day after the one over Detroit, Michigan.
Come on, people.
After a green fireball, quote, rocked the Midwest, this time over Indiana, with many residents in Indiana having reported witnessed this flashing light in the sky around midnight, the day after the Michigan fireball. And we also have reports from police deputies who saw the strange flashing lights as well. And this was in the eastern direction of Indianapolis that they saw it. The reports themselves, which included sheriffs from Shelby, Rush, Henry County, and Morristown, all of which said that they had seen a bright greenish-blue flashing light in the northeast. So yeah,
31.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to see a pattern here. There's a few things that have been happening recently, all of which you may say are linked together,
11.
or you may not, but one thing we do know is that over the past couple of weeks,
23.
we have seen an endless amount of these meteorites flying through the sky, shaking the ground, causing earthquakes, along with these classified payloads being launched up one by various superpowers, and on top of that, these false ICBM alerts, causing people to run, hit the deck, take shelter, and it's just crazy. There's so much going on, but again, all we can do is speculate, so you guys tell me what you think down below. I definitely think there's something mysterious going on. I don't know what it is, but, you know, you guys always do a great job of filling me in with your theories, so put it down below. Now, lastly today, we have a new image, a satellite image, that was taken by an orbiter that is currently circling Mars, the planet Mars. And in this specific image, which I'll put the link to down below, it was discovered that sitting in one of the craters was something that just looked out of place. It looked like it didn't belong. It looks artificial in the eyes of many who have looked at it. And, well, here is the zoomed out shot. Again, this was snapped by one of the many orbiters that are currently above Mars, mapping it, taking pics of the entire planet. And from all the way out, you can already see something that looks like a rectangle, a rigid rectangle sitting in this crater, casting a shadow. And as we zoom in, it becomes more clear. It definitely looks as if there's something rectangular buried here, you know, sticking up out of the dirt. And I'm just trying to figure out how such a shape could come to be in the middle of an impact crater. It just doesn't make sense to me. And as we zoom in, you can clearly see that it has a shadow being cast by it as well as around it. So this thing is definitely elevated. And if you look even closer, you can see within this rectangle, there's another sort of rectangular line going up the side here, turning left, and it almost looks like something etched into it. And then it was pointed out by another viewer, if you look just above it, you can see sort of what looks like a small square opening down there in the dirt with sort of like a tunnel leading from it. You can see it curving up here to the crater's edge, the rim of the crater. Not to mention the fact, when you look at the crater right next to this, it too has a mysterious rectangular sort of L-shaped object, structure sticking up out of the dirt. Now, obviously, we know that Mother Nature can create some pretty artificial looking shapes. But what has struck me about this image is just how perfect these rectangular objects are, and the fact that we have not just one, but another one right next to it. And we're talking raised structures with depth and shadows and sharp edges that almost look like what a buried building would look like on Earth from a bird's eye view, from a satellite. And then next to it, we see this, what appears to be an opening, and again, an indentation, like there's something buried leading from this black square opening. And it reminds me of these similar discoveries we found on the Red Planet through Google Earth of what appear to be these metallic doors sitting in the middle of the barren Martian desert. And some of those you're seeing here. And they literally do look like some sort of entrance to something underground. I mean, you can even see the silver or metallic frame around these things, and nothing but blackness inside. And that fits perfectly with other evidence and theories, mainstream scientific theories, that if there were life still existing on Mars, well, it would be underground. And a lot of the evidence we have found over the years would seem to indicate that. And it's the same thing that we would do here on Earth. If we were wiped out, the surface was nothing but radiation, cold, we would move underground. We would create entrances. We would have buildings. Now, after thousands of years of being covered up by dust and dirt, they may look something similar to this. So, again, you guys tell me what you think. I think 1 time's a coincidence. 2 times, I think there might be something more to this. I mean, these shapes just seem too sharp, too out of place. They're side by side in 2 different craters. And, well, is it just me? Am I crazy? Is this flu getting to me? Let me know down in the comments. So with that, I want to thank you guys again for stopping by today. As I said, I'm pretty sick right now, and it seems to be only getting worse. So I can't tell you when the next video will be up, but knowing me, I probably won't be able to hold out more than a day or so. But rest assured, I'll post to social media when I do have a video in the works. So follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and I will see you guys back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.
The world is most certainly divided on whether or not aliens have actually visited Earth. It's undeniable that there are things on Earth that are very difficult to explain, and seem almost impossible to have been completed without the help of an external force of some kind. More than 40,000 Americans have insurance against alien abduction, and most British, German, and Americans believe in an
Come on.
We're not gonna do this shit. Let's go. Right now. Thank you. Was it so hard to do that? No, it wasn't.
Hey.
Simpson?
I didn't think you'd come.
We chewed the same sand.
Yeah, I'm still picking it out of my teeth. Shit, man. Long time.
How you doing, Smitty?
I haven't heard that nickname since Mission Sentinel. I'm doing good. The German doctors down in Landstuhl, they stitched me back together pretty well.
When'd you get out of that sandbox?
A couple of months back.
Doing okay?
They say I am. Hey, they broke me, they gotta fix me.
Welcome to the world. Listen, Smitty, I know this is not a good time to be looking for a job, but if...
I said I'm okay. I got a line on a job over at Sandbach Annex. Training Army snipers. You know what they say. Those who can't, teach.
Well, the Army owes you that.
It's my daughter, Alex, at school.
I didn't know you had a kid.
I got two. Alex and Lucy. Don't see much of them. Not anymore.
Sorry.
Yeah. You guys threw me under the bus on Sentinel.
We got sent on a bad mission, and people died.
They hung that friendly fire shit on me.
Your gun did it.
I was ordered to fire.
And I was ordered by the colonel to give those orders. Call it a wash. What are we doing here, Smitty? You got something to say, say it.
Do you think that God will forgive us for all the shit that we've done?
We did things right
Huh.
most of the time.
Sure you did.
We were drinking from the devil's cup.
Huh.
That's just war.
Corporate house bullshit, right?
So that's it?
That's it. Just like that.
Come on.
So fuck you. And fuck the colonel.
Come on,
I
John.
did my job.
And I did mine.